Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field. And it's still getting hard for me to say welcome to Greater Boston League Soccer because it's Lynn Classical taking on Revere. Both of these teams, last time they played, were both in the Northeastern Conference. For Classical, this is the first game of the season. Revere is back here for the second time. They were just, this being Monday, they were just here Saturday against Lynn English. Unfortunately, Lynn English were missing three very good players, including their goaltender. Glasgow keep me alive. And it goes out off Glasgow. Camelia Perez Herrera in net for Revere. They come in at 2-1-1. Anna Flaherty in net for the Lady Rams. As I mentioned, this is their first game. So it's like Revere is taking over Manning Field. They played Classical in football Friday night. The girls were here playing soccer against English Saturday. Now they're back here on Monday playing soccer against Classical. And the football team will be back here Friday night taking on Classical. Guthrie knocks it ahead. It gets knocked back. Classical trying to knock it deep. And Revere steps in and knocks it away. So a little feeling out period here early in the game. Guthrie again. Skips past, and it's going to go out of play. And it went off Revere. I still can't get used to the visiting team wearing the white. Like, for years it was always the home team wore the white. The visitors wore the dark or the black or whatever color. It bounces by, they go get it, and they knock it deep. Hustling to go get it. Eliza Correnti gets it and keeps it in and bounces it off Revere. Nice job by Correnti. There's two of them, Eliza and Ava. Corner kick coming from the near side. They kick a ground ball. Revere knocks it back to trying to center it. They kicked it off the official. I don't know why that's a dead ball. They kicked it off the official, so now Revere gets to kick it away. I don't know why. Usually referee is part of the playing field. Knocked it deep, and they let it roll, and I mean roll, to Camelia Perez Herrera so she can kick it away. And she boots it deep. Looking for a break. Revere's out front. They get the kick. Flaherty gets a hand on it and knocks it away. Nice bid by Carolina Cavallo Botero. She had a hat trick against English here on Saturday. She almost got Revere on the board. Flaherty just got a piece and knocked it away. Revere will get a corner kick coming from the far side. Glasgow boots it away. Pushing upfield, I think that's Thurman. He came off a very good basketball season for the Lady Rams. Guthrie knocks it ahead. Mateo knocked it out in front, and they almost got a foot on it. They were standing right in front, and when she swung her foot, the ball bounced almost shoulder high and couldn't get control of it. And Herrera grabbed it and kicked it away. Glasgow almost got on the board. The defense almost gave that away. Mannion getting involved. Guthrie gets it in the middle. Collins kicks it deep. They didn't blow the whistle that time. Usually if they kick it like that from out of bounds, they blow the whistle because you're not supposed to do that, one of the new rules. And kicking it out of play is Molly Mannion. Another two-sport athlete, a classical basketball player. Chakri put it in play. Guthrie knocks it to the middle. Thurman got broken up. And here's Mannion kicking it deep. Nice move by Mateo to get around. She gets around again. Still with it. And she winds up trying to, as she tried to center it, got blocked and knocked out. Mannion will put it in play. They try to center it. Nice job by Mateo, but Perez Herrera held the post and picked off the centering pass and boots it away. Mannion got a foot on it. Collins broke it up. Back deep, battling. Finally gets knocked way to the far side. Revere, they got a break there. They were trying to center it, but there was nobody to center it to. Nobody was downfield, but it got knocked out by the classical defense. So Revere will get another corner kick coming from the far side. And Classical got a piece of it, blocked it, kept it in play. Revere centers it. And they knock it in the net. It looked like Revere was offside. It bounced around and wound up on the foot. If she turns around, I'll try to get her a number. It was Naoni Galvez Martinez with the goal. Shot from long range, that's going to go out of play. So that was Glasgow did a good job of blocking the centering pass, kept it alive inbounds. It got knocked forward. It looked like the two Revere players were well behind the defense, but Glasgow didn't get the call, and it bounced right to Galvez Martinez, and she just rifled it past Flaherty. Flaherty had no chance, and Revere grabs a 1-0 lead. Guthrie knocking it ahead. Collins got a piece of it, but knocked away. Back playing defense, Ava Correnti. They tried to knock it deep. Revere blocked it. Glasgow knocks it deep, but too far ahead. They were trying to find Thurman breaking in from that far side. Herrera picked it off, and she'll kick it away. Revere kicks it deep. Flaherty comes way out to the 10-yard line to field that. And she just rolls it upfield. Glasgow's pass is picked off. Revere coming back. A little ground ball fielded by Flaherty. Didn't get a lot on that kick. Mannion boots it away. Mateo with a nice job gets around the defense. Tipped ahead. Popped up in the air. Mateo got a piece of it. Now it gets knocked away. Revere trying to let it go out of play. And it does. Ava Correnti knocks it to the middle. Collins tracks it down. They leave it for Collins. Trying to knock it deep. Broken up. They try to get it to Mateo. Now they get it to Mateo. And got the shot off. Really at a tough angle. She was really at a hard angle down deep and knocked it off the side of the net. She got set up by Eliza Correnti, and she got a good shot off, but she just didn't have a heck of a lot of the net to shoot at. Herrera will kick it away. Mannion knocked it loose. Thurman knocks it ahead. And I think we got a call against Revere for contact, a little hip check. Trying to pick off that pass. And Collins will take the free kick. And give it a pretty good position. With the 21, it was out a lot further, but Glasgow will take it. From the 21, the free kick. And a little too much foot. Sailed it high, wide to the right side, out of play. They usually put the nets up behind both goals, so when the ball goes by, they don't have to chase it all the way to the scoreboard or beyond. But the nets haven't been up the last couple of games. Territorial-wise, Classical has held an advantage. They've been down in Revere territory quite a bit, but they haven't got any shots off yet, or at least shots on net. Knocked out by Ava Correnti. Revere will get the kick down deep. They try to go quick, and they were looking for a quick give and go, but when the give didn't know the ball was coming and went right by her and out of bounds. Collins gets a piece of that, and she tracks it down, gets control of it. Good job. Knocking it deep. Glasgow with it. They try to go to the near side, and they had Dana there. Delaney Dana was there, but a little too far ahead and went out of play. I think she's a three-sport athlete. I think she played basketball, she's played soccer, and plays softball. She's the daughter of the baseball coach from St. Mary's, Derek Dana. And there's also Rachel Dana is another member of this soccer team. Mannion, you can't kick it. That's why they get rid of the throw. Throw-ins used to try and throw it to the net. Try to get everybody together. They don't want crowds. So when Mannion kicked that deep toward the net, they blew the whistle and gave it back to Revere. And now Mannion, after Revere kicked it out, Correnti got it ahead. Haskell blocked. Now they knock it ahead. Thurman can't get there before Herrera does. And Herrera will kick it away. Haskell trying to take it away. Bodies go down. Revere blocked it, gets controlled down deep, trying to center it. And Glasgow takes it away, clears it away. Revere blocks it. Bodies go down, and we got a whistle. And who do they call it against? It's against Glasgow, so Revere's going to get an opportunity. And it looks like they're giving her a penalty kick. I didn't think that happened inside the box, but I guess it did. So Revere is going to get a penalty kick. Both were going for the ball. Both went down, and they called it against Glasgow. And they bang it home. So Revere got a huge break that time. And they cashed in. And that's the same goal scorer, Galvez Martinez. Revere knocked it away, but they're not going to be able to keep it in. So a huge break for Revere. Goaltender almost has no chance on those penalty kicks. You guess and you hope you guess right. One of the games we saw this year, there were back-to-back penalty kicks, and the goaltender made saves on both penalty kicks. That's like an ESPN major highlight, because all you can do is guess. And you're covering the Grand Canyon. And again, the kick in doesn't follow the rules, so they turn it back to Revere. And nice job taking it away by Mateo, and she gets right around the defense nicely. Centers it. Thurman trying to keep it alive. Thurman got crunched at the 15-yard line. That was a little bit of a body check. And we'll get a free kick from inside the 15-yard line, dead center. Looks like Mateo was lining it up. Now they're changing soccer balls, I guess. They put it right at the 15, dead center. Revere sets up that picket fence, as I call it, back at the 5. Mateo, as she drilled it, the referee blew the whistle. She missed it high and wide to the right, but she's going to get another shot. I'm not sure what the whistle was for. Might have been the ball. There's a ball rolling around the end zone that's still in play over there. She knocked it in the far post. She went right with the first one. She went left with the second one. That came just as we go to break. Now it's automatic. Halfway through each half, they take a break. But that was a big-time shot by Jaden Mateo. She just caught it inside the far post. I don't know why she got a second chance. I thought it was because the ball was rolling on the field. And now I look, and the ball is still in the end zone, in play. They haven't moved it. But she got that just as we got to the halfway mark of this first half, and Classical gets back within 2-1 here against Revere with a timeout. We come out of that timeout. That was a big lift for the Lady Rams. They had been doing well. They kept the ball in the Revere end quite a bit. Territorial-wise, Classical had a bit of an edge, but they weren't getting any shots. I'm not going to save that one. That's going to go out of play. But then Thurman got drilled at the 15-yard line, and they got a big break when Mateo missed the first shot, and he blew the whistle as she was kicking it and gave her a second chance. And she said thank you and got it just inside the far post to get Classical on the board. trying to kick it upfield. Knocking it out of play was Correnti. You can't do that. You can't use your head. Maggie Nerick went up. She was trying to get her shoulder on it, hit her in the head, and you can't use your head at all. And that gave Revere the free kick. Revere trying to get around the defense. And it gets knocked out. And they're going to call it off classical. Revere will get a corner kick from the far side. It's really strange doing softball, doing soccer here. And baseball has a practice over in Fraser Field. And I'm guessing it's St. Mary's. St. Mary's and Tech starts practice now, and within about a week, they'll be playing baseball and softball, while English and classical will be playing football and soccer. Tipped. And defense is there to knock it away. And they knock it deep. Flaherty is there to play it on a hop, and she'll kick it away. Revere controls. Nice little takeaway. That was Collins. And then Revere knocked it out. And we'll have a little lag and we get subs for both teams. Mannion will put it in play. Collins went to go around, couldn't, and it was Revere knocking it out. Off Rodriguez. Mannion again puts it in play. Collins, nice job getting around one. Couldn't get around the second one. Revere takes it away and comes back. Hustling and backing up. Defensively, I think it was McLaren. It could have been Bullock. I'll give them both credit. It's hard to pick up the numbers, especially with the sun shining right in my face when I looked to the left. That got deflected, and before anyone could get it, Flaherty out of the net grabbed it and boots it away. Revere can't keep it in. And again, Molly Mannion. Pretty good basketball player. She pushed it too far ahead for Mateo. And now Dana keeps it in nicely. Pushes it down. Trying to get around. Gets around one. And then it got knocked away, and Revere knocks it out. Good effort by Delaney Dana. There's a little shift by Collins. Her shot got blocked. I should say her centering pass. She was trying to center it. Revere knocks it deep. Nobody there. They'll let Flaherty handle it. She'll kick it away. She came all the way out to the 15-yard line. Dana got her body on it, pushed it ahead. Mateo couldn't keep it in play. Two to one Revere. The difference, the two goals by Galvez Martinez. The second one, a penalty kick that I don't know a lot about the rules, but I thought it was a little questionable. I thought Revere was offside. Oh, the first one, excuse me, I thought Revere was offside. The second was a penalty kick, and I thought it was far enough away, but I guess it was just inside the zone enough to get the penalty kick. Revere knocks it out. Off Sepulveda. Oscar will make a substitution. He didn't put it in play. Trying to track it down was a Waterman. Knocked away from her. Glasgow will get the kick from down deep. And Revere knocks it out again. We got baseball practice going on at Fraser. We've got soccer game going on here. We got two track squads, St. Mary's and Kip, both practicing here at Meady Field. It's been a wacky year plus. Everything getting thrown in a barrel at the same time. Used to be basketball and hockey, and then soccer and football and baseball and softball. Now it's everything together. Hard to keep track of everything going on. But it's good that everything is going on and everything is back, and hopefully and eventually we'll get somewhat back to normal if we can remember what that was. Kids can get back to school and get back to actually going out to a restaurant or a movie or a ball game. Knocking it deep. It was Carenti knocking it away. Now Mary Collins with it. Broken up nicely by the middle of that Revere team. Kick it deep. Flaherty will come out almost to the 10-yard line and boot it upfield. Mannion just kept it in play. She gets it ahead to Waterman. And we get a whistle. They're going to give Revere a free kick. It happened back upfield. I didn't see the collision, but they called it. Tip it ahead, trying to go get it. Glasgow gets there first and knocks it out. And they had to go chase the ball. It'll be a corner kick coming from the near side. They kick a little ground ball. And Glasgow takes it away and pushes it upfield. Mannion got it done. And then Glasgow knocked it out. Knocked out by Sepulveda. Glasgow will make a change. Thurman got it by. And she gets cut off. And gets knocked out by Revere. Man, that's Collins getting around and she gets taken down from behind. Nice open field tackle. Ava Carenti will take the kick. She moved up. Now they move her back. It'll come from the 40-yard line. Off a foot. Glasgow misfired. Now they knock it in. They missed the first one. They were looking to knock it in. They swung and missed. And they got the second one. It got pushed out in front. They tried to knock it home, and they misfired. So Revere got 2. Glasgow answers back with 2. And we're right back where we started, dead even. Flaherty will play that on a hop and boot it away. They boot it deep again. Revere trying to get there. They won't get there. It'll go out of play. As soon as that kick for Glasgow went in the net, I picked the shooter right out, and right away, 10 green jerseys surrounded her. But I'm pretty sure it was Hannah Guthrie who got the goal. And Glasgow's battled all the way back to tie it. And now Glasgow drills it. That's a tough way to get called for a head ball. He hit a line shot, and it went off the player's head. I think they call Revere offside. Revere knocks it back. Nice takeaway. What a nice play. They knocked it wide, trying to get it upfield. But a very nice takeaway where Revere looked like they might have a shot on net. And that was Molly Mannion again, I think. Or it might have been Collins. Mannion will put it in play. And it was Collins with that nice takeaway. Mannion knocks it down. Collins is there to pick it up. Mannion again boots it away. Collins gets a touch to midfield. And Glasgow kicks it away. Mateo will track it down and boot it deep. Thurman looking for it. Can't get there first. With a rush. Revere coming back. Down the far side. Glasgow boots it out of play. They centered it. Glasgow knocked it away. Winding down this first half, Glasgow has come back from a 2-0 deficit to put 2 on the board and get even. They break up the play, and they couldn't keep it in. And as I said, we're winding down. We're wound down. We reached the end of the first half, so Revere got 2 goals, both of them, by Galvez Martinez. Glasgow came back and got a great free kick from the 15-yard line by Jaden Matano, who ripped it in, and then a little bit of a skirmish out in front. Glasgow fanned on the first shot, but Ava Correnti was there. Hannah Guthrie was there to boot it into the open net. And we're right back where we started. We've got a half left, but we're dead even again. It's Glasgow 2, Revere 2 at halftime. Welcome back to Manning Field as we're getting set to start the second half. It looked like Revere was going to have an easy time of it. They had Naomi Galvez Martinez scored 2 goals. One very deep and right, almost 2 feet in front of the goaltender, knocking it home. Second on a penalty kick, and quickly it was 2-0. But then Glasgow came back. They kept the ball quite a bit in the Revere end, but didn't get many shots on net. And then Thurman got waylaid at the 50-yard line. She got hip checked and knocked down. And they gave Jaden Mateo the free kick from the 15. And Glasgow got a break. She missed the kick, went high, right out of play. And they blew the whistle. And the only reason I could think of it was there was a ball on the far side of the field that was blowing down, and it blew from almost the 20-yard line right into the end zone. I'm not sure that was the reason, but they blew the whistle and gave her a second opportunity, and she took advantage of it. And Mateo drilled it inside the far post to make it 2-1. And then a centering pass wound up bouncing around in front of the net. And everybody took a swing at it and finally Hannah Guthrie knocked it home, and Classical came all the way back from that 2-0 deficit to tie it at 2. And Mateo coming back gets broken up nicely by the defense, but she takes it back. Thurman on the far side centers it, but there's nobody there. It goes from deep on one side right across the field. She did a nice job being the defense, centering it, but Classical couldn't get anybody out in front of the net to take advantage. So we started the game dead even. We're starting the second half dead even, except both teams have scored 2 goals. Revere trying to stay above 500. They're 2-1-1. This is Classical's first game of the season. Classical playing here. All right, they'll be right back here tomorrow. Shot, missed to the near side, out of play. Carenti will kick it away. Skips right past everybody. Collins got a foot on it. Revere kicks it upfield. It's going to go out of play. And they're calling it off Classical. And it bounced off Revere. Nice job. Classical taking that away. That's Waterman. Waterman tried to keep it in. It went out, but it was out off Revere. Mateo in play to Kathleen Mannion. We got sisters all over the place. Molly Mannion, Kathleen Mannion, Delaney Dana, Rachel Dana, Revere will get to kick it away. Revere making a substitution. Mannion got a foot on it, but it hook wide left and out of play. Nice little shift. Waterman on the fly. Defense picked it off. Waterman tipped it back. Classical winds up with it. Guthrie tips it ahead. Popped up. Guthrie pushed it ahead. Mateo, nice little shift. Another nice little shift. She got knocked down. Now, will that be a penalty kick? She got knocked down closer to the net than the Revere player got knocked down. So I don't know. They're giving her a free kick, but I don't know what the difference was. And he hooks it wide left, out of play. There's a bit of a stiff breeze blowing. It looks like a nice day out, blue sky, sun is shining, but it's breezy because at the end of the half they put the ball down at midfield, and one of the young kids over on the Classical side had to chase the ball all the way out of the end zone. The ball just got blown by the breeze right through the end zone. So right now, Classical is going into that breeze. They've got the wind at their backs. As Revere tries to knock it upfield, can't. They knock it deep, broken up by Bullock. And it went out off Bullock. Again, strange times. We've got soccer here. We've got baseball practice over Fraser. We've got track practicing up under the scoreboard here. Flaherty has to play that on a big hop. That came from about the 40-yard line. She boots it away. Revere got a foot on it, knocked it back the other way, and it goes out off Revere. Haskell will make a substitution. And then Mannion, Kathleen Mannion, will put it in play. Mateo. It bounced off Carenti. We've got two of those two that I didn't mention. We mentioned the sister acts. I'm assuming they're sisters. Nice little takeaway. Nice job by Bullock breaking that up. And they try to kick it upfield, and instead it was Ava Carenti knocking it out of play. We're in the second half, 2-2, Revere and Classical. Revere trying to make it 2 in a row here at Fraser Field. They defeated English. Kathleen Mannion gets it. Collins gets it back from Guthrie. Trying to knock it across field and get broken up by the Revere defense and kick deep. And they're not going to be able to keep it in. It's going to go out of play. And we'll have Classical substitutions. Dana, nice little job, just got a piece of it. Tipped it to Mateo. Nice little shift by Mateo. Trying to center it. It got through. It got through. And on the fly, it was bouncing. And it took a high hop. And Thurman booted it over the net. Nice work by Dana, Mateo. Thurman breaking from that far side. Beat the defense. And it just took too big a hop. She got a. If it was on the ground, she probably has herself a goal. But when it bounced up, she got under it, kicked it over the net. A big break for Revere. A tough break for Classical. They boot it deep. Carenti is back there to clear it. She'll get it back to Flaherty, who gives it back to Carenti. Semi-pass somehow got through to Collins. Haskell trying to boot it deep. They boot it right to the classical bench out of play. Revere quickly coming back. Haskell breaks it up. Revere got those 2 goals rather quickly. They haven't really been a threat since. They've had difficult times even getting it into the classical end. And they haven't come close to getting a shot on Flaherty. So the defense for classical and the midfielders, doing a nice job not letting Revere get going. Pass a little bit behind Dana, but it trickles in the middle of the field. Kept alive. Thurman got around, but Revere picked it off and cleared it away. And Classical comes right back and takes it away. Four on four for Revere. They get around one. They break it up. Revere looking for a shot. Flaherty makes the save. Tough angle. That's the first shot they've had on net in a very long time. I think it's the first one here in the second half. Thurman got a foot on it. Revere coming back at it. Blocked nicely and then cleared away by Mannion. I think it was Carenti that got the first block. Here's Carenti again, blocking and knocking it away. Dana clears it upfield. And we got a collision. And it's Dana getting knocked down. Kathleen Mannion will take the kick. Collins tipped it. Mannion knocked it away. And it goes out. Off Classical. He started to point the other way first. Now, Revere is saying, I thought it was ours. Now he's saying, no, he started to point to a Classical, then he pointed the other way, giving it to Revere. And now it looks like he's giving it to Classical. Now it looks like they're giving it to Revere. She won her case. So everybody has to switch sides. Classical knocks it away. Nice little shift. You get it cross field to Dana. Collins knocks it ahead. Defensive Revere breaks it up. And they get by a few. With a rush, still with it. Tapping it down the far side. Again, a nice little shift. Trying to get the shot off. And he shot it wide right. Good bid by Revere. Took it all the way down, fed it to the far side, cut it. The last minute they took a couple of steps to the right, had a better angle, but just chipped it wide right. So good bid there. Correnti will kick it away. Revere keeps it alive. Popped up. And can't use your head. Referee looks at her and says you can't use that head to push it forward or backwards. That's one of the prime weapons in this game. It has been for years. People are wondering how many concussions have evolved from all the headers in soccer. And now you can't use your head. Long range, Flaherty plays the ground ball. Broken up by Dana. That was Bullock breaking that up. And Revere will get a free kick with a collision. From the 30. Almost dead center. Flaherty comes out, squeezes it, went down, stuffed it right at her ankles, kicks it away. Nice job by the goalie. Looked like Dana used her shoulder for that. I think the referee thought it hit her in the head. So they're giving the free kick back to Revere. It looked like she got her body or her shoulder on it, not her head. Nice play by Correnti again, breaking the play up. She's played very well back there on defense, as has Bullock and Kathleen Mannion. They knock it deep. I was just about to say, it looked like Revere was way offside. And they finally blow the whistle and call it. Not quite to the halfway mark of the second half. 2-2. Revere scored the first two. Classville scored the second two. All in the first half. Haskell breaking it up again. And anything they've been knocking at Flaherty in the second half has been from long range. Haskell's going to get called for contact. Shot. Misses wide left. Yeah, we're going to have substitutions, but as we reach the halfway mark, they're going to take a timeout. So nothing doing in the second half, all the scoring in the first half. With half a half left, it's Classical 2, Revere 2 here at Manning Field. We come out the timeout. We're halfway through this second half. Dead even at 2. Classical has virtually shut Revere down since they scored their first 2 goals. Revere hasn't really come close. They've got some shots from, but everything they've got that Flaherty had to catch or stop has come from very long range, and she's got a real good look, able to make easy saves. Classical breaks it up but knocks it out. Carenti will get to kick it away again. Collins knocks it deep to the other side. Nice little shift. They knock it deep, and Classical's not going to get there. That wind at their back is enough to take that ball out. It's got a little bit of a gust. The ball gets going from right to left on your screen. It carries quite a bit. It showed it on that. Normally that wouldn't have gone that far, but the wind got a piece of that and just carried it right out of play. Herrera will get to kick it away. Classical hasn't been down this end in a while. Revere's kept the pressure on, but the defense of Classical has played very well. Collins gets broken up, squeezes it by a couple of defenders, blocks it again, and they kick it back to Herrera, and she'll kick it out of play. Hard work by Mary Collins. Kathleen Manning will put it in play. Back to Bullock. And it goes out off Bullock. Revere knocks it deep. And they're not going to get there before it goes out of play. So again, everything for Revere has been long range in the second half. They really haven't had a good shot on net. A couple of those long range have been on the net, but Flaherty's been able to make easy saves. Ground balls are one hop. Deflects away. Mary Collins with a nice shift. Guthrie back. Mannion kicks it away. Popped up. Thurman collects. They knock it deep. Revere gets there first. I don't know if somebody in the stands has a whistle. I keep hearing a whistle. Thinking they're stopping. Nice little shift. Trying to center it. Revere breaks it up. And Classical breaks that little rush up. Knocks it out. Slows it down. Trying to walk in, they center it, and it is Bullock, I believe, knocking it away. Deflected and out off Revere. Kathleen Mannion will put it in play. Gets it back, knocks it deep, and again, you get the ball going in that direction, right to left, that little breeze is going to get behind it, get a little quicker downfield and out of play. And Herrera again will kick it away. Knocked back. And Revere knocks it out again. Waterman try to keep it alive. Thurman gets it around the defense. Thurman keeps it alive. And it's going to go out. And they're calling it off Revere. Couple of nice shifts. Revere makes a nice play breaking it up. Waterman try to break it up. And Waterman collided with one of the Revere players. I was just about to say, I thought it looked like they were going to give Revere the free kick. It looked like the Revere player reached out and grabbed Waterman. So Waterman will get the kick from just inside the 25-yard line. Opportunity here for Classical. And she gets it solid shot, but hooked it way wide left and out of play. Manion knocked it down. Waterman collects. Revere takes it away. And you knock it deep. Looking for a break. Carenti gets there first and knocks it away. I have to say Ava Carenti because there's two of them. I haven't mentioned there's a few fans here watching this one. Trying to center it. I don't know what they called Revere offside or not, but they blow the whistle. Classical will make wholesale substitutions. And Classical will get to kick it away. Off Waterman. Shot. And it's going to go wide left again. Shot coming from long range. And that's all Revere has been able to do. Kicks by everybody. Mateo trying to get around the defense. Broken up. She winds up sitting on the turf. Revere trying to knock it deep. They knock it out of play. Off the foot of Palva. Guthrie. Collins. And that went off Salvador of Revere. Out of play. She stepped in front. Blocked the pass. Haskell will get it down deep. Ball is broken up. Bullock breaks it up. And they waited a little bit. I was just about to say they're letting him play, but a late whistle, but it was the right call. Bullock took the player down. Waterman got a piece of it and knocked it away. Revere trying to keep it in. They couldn't get there. It went out. Waterman has it knocked away by Revere. It goes out. Coming up from behind was Giannis to knock it away. Out. They're calling it off Classical. Guthrie couldn't save it. And now the officials talking to one player from each team. Now I don't know. I guess they called it earlier. They called it contact because they're giving it back. First he said, pointed it was Revere's kick going out of play. Now Mannion gets the free kick. So a little bit late on the whistles. There was a collision, a little bit of to-do between two of the players. And as he looked like he was maybe giving a little reprimand to the two players, he called it against Revere. Revere knocks it by. Flaherty has to make the save. Good bid. They went through a couple of defenders, got around, got a foot on it, made a good effort. And Flaherty made the nice save to keep it a 2-2 game. I don't know if that was Botero. Substitutions for both teams. I believe it was Botero for Revere. Made that nice little play. She snuck in between two defenders. Just got a foot on it. Got a good hard shot. And Flaherty made the nice save. Now Revere gets a corner kick. Haskell knocks it away. So Revere has picked it up a little bit. And now, inadvertently, Waterman got tied up with one of the Revere players and she went down. Now Revere's got a golden opportunity from just outside the 10-yard line. I think this is Galvez Martinez again. And she put it dead center, but got it up too high. Knocked it way up over the net and out of play. So Classical got a break there. Garenti will kick it away. Also trying to get around. Revere knocked it out. They knock it deep, and they knock it too deep. It goes out of play. Revere scored the first 2 goals, both of them by Galvez Martinez, the second one on a penalty shot. Glasgow got one. Now we're going to take down, and Glasgow's going to get a free kick from inside the 20. I think this is Mateo. She scored the first goal from just a little bit further than this to get Glasgow on the board. I'm not sure what they're doing. I think the officials sent somebody off the field. I don't know what that was all about. I don't know whether somebody said something about the call or they said something the official didn't like, but they sent one of the Revere players to the sideline. She was part of the picket fence. Now she's part of the bench area. And got it up and didn't get it to the net. It stayed wide right and went out of play. So both teams miss opportunities with the free kicks. And the score stays 2-2. It's amazing how they do this. The player that was sent to the bench is right back. She'll be the next substitution coming in. There's no 2 minutes in the penalty box or you're down a player or just you have to go to the bench for a period of time. Waterman had it blocked but gets it back. Trying to knock it to the net. Herrera gets there. That might have been Dana bearing down on her. Revere tips it ahead. Glasgow swung and missed, trying to clear it. And he misfired again, trying to clear it. Revere goes down. They didn't call it. Wow, Glasgow, that might have been a penalty kick. She was inside the 10. Spun around, went down, no call. Some of the Revere fans that are here are screaming about that one. And we got another takedown. Galvez Martinez got knocked down. Tipped ahead, looking for the shot. Flaherty got a good look at it. Bobbled it, but held on. There was nobody around the net. And again, everything coming from long range. we're closing down this second half. Revere is taking control the last few minutes, position-wise, territorial-wise. But everything that went in the direction of the goalie, Anna Flaherty, has been from long range. And now we got a collision. Thurman with the takedown. Revere will get the free kick. For about the 35. We're in the final 2 minutes and counting. So not a lot of time left. That one skips all the way through. Waterman finally cleared it away. Revere trying to come back. Has it blocked. They knock it deep. And Flaherty, they put that right dead center, a high pop-up. Flaherty had to catch it on the fly. You can't let that bounce. She boots it away. Klaskell sliced it rather than knocked it upfield. Mannion, now she knocks it deep. Mateo broken up. Thurman, back checking, takes it away. Collins has it knocked away. Salvador knocked it away and knocked it out. So this is at least where Klaskell wants it, with time winding down deep in the Revere end. Kathleen Mannion will look to quickly put it in play. And it gets knocked out by Waterman, and they blow the whistle, and that's going to do it. So Revere will get a win and a tie in their 2 games here at Manning Field. They led 2-0. Looked like they were going to run away when they got 2 goals quickly by Galvez Martinez. She got the first one from in close. The second one was a penalty kick, and it was quickly 2-0. And it looked like Revere was going to an easy time for their second easy time here at Manning Field. But Klaskell came back, a free kick awarded to Jaden Mateo. She missed the first time, but the second time she drilled it just inside the far post to make it 2-1. And then a centering pass popped up. Everybody and his brother trying to get a piece of the ball out in front of the net. Klaskell swung and missed, but Hannah Guthrie got the second swing and knocked it in the net. It was 2-2 at halftime. Revere picked up the pace a little bit, but everything they had in the second half was from long range. Flaherty had to make a few saves, but they were all long range ground balls or one hops, one high pop-up. They never really got a tester on Flaherty in the second half after getting 2 in the first half. Klaskell didn't really do any damage to Camila Perez Herrera in the Revere end either. She didn't have to make any big-time saves. So a scoreless second half, all the scoring done in the first half, and it winds up 2-2. Klaskell and Revere. Revere will go to 2-1-2. Klaskell will go to 0-0-1 as they get a tie in their first game of the season. So 2-2 here at Manning Field. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.